Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jax Alpha991 here, and what I've got for you today is my team career mode in F122. This is part 1, and this is everything I've chosen so far. This is the start of our career mode in our team. So yeah, we've chosen the name Asylum, gone for Mercedes engine. We've got an interview with Will Buxton.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. We're here at the headquarters of Formula One's newest team for an exclusive first look at what they will be bringing to the sport. It's always an exciting moment to welcome a new team onto the grid. However, what makes this occasion a little more special is how strikingly different the cars are this year. Yep, the long-awaited new regulations are finally here, and with them, the start of the next era of Formula One. The 2022 season ushers in a change of direction to the regulations aimed at promoting closer racing, with new aero additions in the form of swooping front and rear wings, along with the new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres that will push tyre technology to the limit. So then, the question remains as to whether this team can grasp the opportunity before them with both hands and lead the charge against the rest of the paddock. We'll find out soon enough, as the new season is just about to begin. But first, let's see the unveiling of the team's car and meet the owner of the brand new Formula One team. Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about a million questions, so let's jump straight in. It's been a long time since we last saw a team owner take their own car onto the track, and the sport's changed enormously in the intervening years. How are you going to handle the responsibilities of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
This isn't just about me. This is about my team, and I'm behind them 100%. Together, we are unstoppable.
Let's talk about your teammate. Now, it's clear they're excited to have signed with you, but tell me, what is it that you think they bring to the team?
We've seen what they can do on paper, and I see a lot of potential in them.
So you've obviously been putting a lot of work into the car. I know it's early days, but how do you expect it to feel out there?
We've focused heavily on maximising our traction out of corners.
Most of the other teams can boast years of experience in Formula One. Where do you see the opportunities to make those vital performance gains you need to put you within reach of the other cars?
A fresh pair of eyes can find solutions other teams haven't seen, and we found some unique ways of reducing drag.
Ultimately, your success this season is going to come down to whether you can take positions from the other drivers. What is it about your car that's going to give you that edge in those battles?
We've developed an incredibly light car. This helps both with top speed and through the corners.
And finally, with so many specialist departments working together here at your headquarters, and with such an important deadline coming up, who's getting that coveted Teacher's Gold Star? Which group do you feel the most proud of right now?
Our durability department has been really proactive in testing. They catch problems before they even become problems.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to get an insight from you and, of course, to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it. And thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
And there we go. So that was our interview with Will Buxton. So the answers I chose there, of course, I read them out. So yes, I chose a Mercedes engine, and we've gone for our teammate.
This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they're having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities.
So we've gone for Yuri Vips. So looking forward to working with Yuri. And yeah, this is going to be really good. We've chosen the Mercedes engine. We've gone for the team name Asylum, for Race Asylum. And you can see we've gone for a different colour scheme to last year where we went for the blue. This time we've gone for the orange. So looking forward to seeing where this goes. We've gone for one minor development there for the weight distribution. So without further ado, we'll get underway.
Welcome to the team. I'm Ollie. I'm the team's head of R&D. I'm here to help you deliver the results the team expects. Do that, and I'm sure we'll get on great. Your workstation's all set up and ready to go. Don't let us down.
Right, so let's go into practice and just kind of get used to the car. So we're skipping through lots of the boring cutscenes, not cutscenes, sorry, the loading screens, and the screens aren't needed. So basically getting to the action here. You can see Max Verstappen here, the previous world champion of 2021. So maybe we'll be defending off the title this year.
Hey mate, this is Mark. Just wanted to say thanks for trusting me as your race engineer. I won't let you down. The car's ready to go, but it's brand new of course, so there may be a few issues here and there. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data from here.
So Mark, the new spotter, looking forward to working with Mark. We did skip over the practice because not much apart from crashing a lot is really what I've got to report. So we got a little bit of a claim there. Not really a whole lot to talk about for me personally, but for the team, absolutely. So round one. So this is qualifying. This is going to be my best qualifying lap. I did a lap before this, but I managed to spin it. This is with no assists at all. This is completely, well, an assistless, I don't know if that's quite the right word there. Qualifying lap right here, and this was really hard for me because I've not driven on an F1 game without traction control or ABS, so this was really difficult. Anyway, we're going to hit the DRS right here with our triangle button, and we're going to just try and maximise our lap time here, get the best lap possible. At the moment we're qualified in P19. I want to try and do better than that if I can, braking just before the 100 board there. Really easy to look up in these cars, and really just trying to find this car's limits. So we've just found some green in our delta there, so we're slightly up. We're braking just before the curbing on the left there starts. Although it's really easy to again lock up your brakes around this track with the heavy braking zones. Trying to ride the curb a little bit here, although you can actually take a bit more than me. And then swinging it around, pretty much full speed just after that gantry at the top. Braking heavily at the curbing again on the left. Might be a little bit too early for that one. My exit speed coming out of here is really slow. I should have really put my foot down a little bit sooner, but I kept spinning it. I forgot to press the DRS button, but there we go, I did it there in the end. Now I'm going to just start turning just before the 50 with braking. Now just trying to keep it as flat as possible here. Trying to make the most of the track width, while also trying not to get any disqualifications or anything. And now we've just got the last corner here. What can we do for this one? Braking just after the 100 board there, I think. I'm trying to be as gentle on our inputs as possible here. And then lastly, hit the DRS. And that is going to be a 1:33.816. And that is going to be good enough for P17 there, I think. But let's find out in a moment.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today and this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Sergio Perez, and Hamilton. Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Mick Schumacher, and Kevin Magnussen. Tsunoda, Gasly, Esteban Ocon, and Norris. Joe, Ricciardo, Yuri Vips, and Sebastian Vettel. Stroll, Jackson, Latifi, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen, Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Right, okay, this is going to be a tough race. But, yep, we're going to be doing 14 laps here. And we're going to be roughly coming in at lap 6, going from softs to mediums. So, we're going to begin our formation up in a minute. I'm really excited to start this. And we're going to see some of the new features in this game. So, yeah, let's go with the formation lap here. So, pretty cool, this. I'm actually kind of like, I don't know, it's a really good feature, actually, I'd say. Just kind of gets you used to the track a little bit more on a slower kind of basis. You're kind of cruising around, kind of getting used to, you know, your surroundings, who's around you.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're learning the gears, so let's go through them all if you can.
So, yeah, we're going to get those tyres warmed up. And I should mention as well that when the race begins, I actually switch over to the traction control on half, or medium, whichever one, the middle option, because I did this a couple of times and I couldn't seem to keep it on track longer than a lap without the traction controller, but the ABS is still off for this entire race. So eventually we'll get used to traction control off and I will keep practicing it, but this is day one of the career mode, so naturally it's going to take me some time to get used to it, or day one of F122. So we're going to be starting in P20 here, ahead of Latifi and Albon and behind Stroll and Vettel. So very important that we try and push our way through the grid as best as possible here, and we kind of need to try and be aggressive. Well, it's really difficult, this track, to properly execute the overtakes with the heavy braking zones. We've done this one last year in 2021.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
It's going to be dry circumstances, which is always good, and that means we can just push. That's our aim anyway. Our teammate is qualified in P17 there, just ahead of Vettel. So we're definitely going to try and beat our teammate here if we're able to. I don't know. On the mini map at the bottom left there, looks like we share the same colours as McLaren there, my favourite F1 team. So that is not intentional, but it happened to be. I wanted to choose orange Race Asylum and then like a dark blue with a grey/black finish. And yeah, looking forward to bringing you guys a good race. So it's so easy to spin these cars out. So the differential, I've got a 55 at the moment, and I think I might end up lowering that in the race. I can't remember now. And we've got a custom tune on here, but it's basically the baseline setup with less diff and slightly more rear aero, I think it is, just to try and help stabilise the car. I don't really know a whole lot about the tuning, especially in this game, but yeah, that's something that'll definitely come in time. We got Leclerc on P1, Verstappen on P2, so we're going to definitely see what the results are at the end of the race. But yeah, Verstappen's going to be fighting, for defending his championship this year. I'll have to see what happens with this one. Anyway, let's slot into place right here. Let's try and get a good or perfect. There we are, perfect.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race
Now let's begin here. So, yep, TC is on half now, and we're going to get going. So let's go. It's lights out. Let's go. So we didn't get the best of exits there, but actually, hold on a minute, we did. We didn't drop back as much as I thought we was going to. Oh no, never mind. I spoke too soon. We see the Williams drivers get ahead of us here. We're right at the back of the pack now, P22. Now, what can we do to try and get back ahead of everyone? We're going to have to see if anyone has any mistakes or makes any sort of lockups or anything like that. We're going to make full use of the curb in there on the right. No penalty there for me, so happy days. We'll get away with it, so not a problem there. So we're going to be braking just a little bit later than Albon here, and we're going to try and get the move done on the inside. Are we going to be able to? Albon's got a better exit, but we're still on the inside. And we're actually going to make the most of it here. We do go up into P21. Albon's there on the left still, and the mirrors on the bottom left, which I realise is quite hard to see at the moment. I'll readjust the HUD in the next race. So Latifi and Vettel just up ahead here. What can we do? We're going to try and hopefully keep Albon back there, but try and work our way around as well. We do go off track a little bit there. Albon's going to sneak through on the left, on the inside there, and don't get the best of exit speeds there. So we're going to use a little bit of overtake. Are we going to be able to get back ahead, maybe get a move done around the outside? Yes, we are. Fantastic. And there you go, that's one position we have just locked down, at least for the time being. So P21, so we have gone up one. Actually, no, we started ahead of Latifi, so we actually started in P20. So we're going to try and get back to that.
Let's focus now for the rest of the
So first lap, it's been not too chaotic, not as bad as it could have been, to be fair. We see Vips and Latifi going side by side. Latifi gets the move done on our teammate though. So now Vips goes into P19. Oh, someone's into the pits there. Who is that? That's Norris. So perhaps had some damage or something like that. But that means we're going to go up a position there. So that means that they might be going for the mega undercut. But then their tyres going to be shot towards the end on Norris's tyres. So we'll keep an eye on Norris later on. We do kind of cut the corner there. But do we get a penalty for that? Not that I see. We should be careful with that. Vettel's now just up ahead here in P19. We're going to get the move done. We're going to just shoot it up on the inside. Try and hold it in the inside as well. And there we go. We are ahead. We've secured that. P19. Now Vips just up ahead here. Now if you guys are wondering, I do have the difficulty set to 60. And I might need to bump up a tiny bit. But at the moment it seems like it's okay. Vips going a little bit slow through there. So we do want to try and get ahead. Now Vips opens up that gap now to 5 tenths. That's quickly going to start coming down. Oh, we do mess up once again. Not quite as heavy on the brakes. I was a bit afraid of lockups there, but actually he went off track, lost me a position, so it was not worth that. Back into P20 right now, fighting right towards the back of the pack.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
But let's just see if we can sneak through here. Can we get on the inside of Vettel? Yes. Okay, fantastic. That seems to be my best place to do overtakes right now. So that's good to see. Now, Vips just up ahead here in 1.3 seconds ahead. We want to try and bring down that gap as much as possible so we can make use of the DRS, which activates this lap. You see the leaderboard there. It looks like it's going to be Leclerc, Verstappen and Sainz with Russell and Hamilton. Oh, we forget to turn in completely there. Just had to go off track. Definitely not how you want to take that corner. Lose me a little bit of time. Now we got DRS, so let's make the most of it. Let's make the most of the DRS with getting as close to Vips as possible here. I am a bit sluggish around here at the moment, but our car is very, well, first time racing in the game. And yeah, getting used to the car, it's all very new, so we definitely got a long way to go. So 1.5 to Vips at the moment. Let's see if we can bring down that gap. Vips did out-qualify us by a couple of positions, so we know they got a bit more pace than us. But maybe we can pick up some pace as we go around here, the more and more we get used to it. And we're bringing down that gap quite quickly there. Now we've got them to under a second. So we're going to have DRS through this next section of track. And luckily we do decide to brake for this one and we don't go off track. So happy days. Could have maybe been a tiny bit sooner on the power. But nonetheless we are within DRS range. Or actually just outside of it. But we do have DRS active anyway. Same with Albon just behind us here. Vips is going to go slightly wide there. And we seem to follow through. But now we're going to bring down this gap and look for the move where it's safe to do so. So let's try and make sure we pick our moment wisely here. We're going to try and get it done on the exit of this corner here. Look at the side-by-side action here. Loving the liveries. I'm pretty proud of the colour combinations and the schemes we've done here. The matte, metallic and satin finish for each designated colour, I think it is. So yeah, really pleased with that. So Vips gets back into P18, but we're definitely not done yet. We're going to try and get past. So we're going to be going on to mediums pretty soon. Are we going to be able to get the move done on the outside of Vips? Not quite. Not quite this time anyway. But we do have DRS here, so let's not forget that. And that's going to basically just help us carry a little bit more speed through these corners. We've dropped Albon behind, so fantastic. Norris is still 25 seconds away from us, so don't need to worry about Norris for now. Here we go, we're getting really close to Vips here. We're going to be able to get the move done. We're definitely getting held up at the moment. Can we sneak round to the outside? Oh, we're going to really look for the move here. And we are able to get it done. Fantastic. Oh, I get a track limits penalty. Oh, actually a warning there. Need to be careful of them. Oh, we do edge out Vips there unintentionally. Didn't realise Vips was going for the move there. So Vips has unfortunately dropped right down. Yellow flags are out. Vips has dropped down into P20. So not being very friendly to my teammate there. However, being the team owner, I suppose I do get the final say in the matter. So maybe we should be a bit more cautious on that in the future, as we really want to be trying to work together as best as possible. So anyway, we're up into P18 at the moment. And we are just about in DRS range of Latifi, just up ahead. So let's see if we can close down that gap a little bit more and expand that gap to Albon behind, which is 2.2 seconds at the moment. And that's quickly going to start changing a little bit as we get this DRS active. Vips is about 5.5 seconds away from us, so really unfortunate that we made that made Vips go out wide there, but I didn't realise Vips was going for the move. I did put my virtual safety camera on, but for some reason it's not showing in the race for me or for the recording, so don't know what's up with that. I'll definitely get that looked at though. So this gap to Latifi, only 6 attempts at the moment. We can definitely close in Latifi before the end of this race. Pretty confident about that. So are we going to be able to get the move done going into the hairpin here? No, not quite. We're going to stay behind right now. Maybe it's the best call of action because we might be able to use the DRS coming out of the next turn. We might be able to get the move done there. So we're going to try and make sure we get this corner right. It's definitely the hardest corner of the track for me. And there you go. DRS is active. Overtake is on. Quickly being drained of that battery there. But we're going to just try and make the move and not try and lose too much time here. Or we just too far back at the moment. However, can we sneak up the inside? Our best place to overtake at the moment? Yes. Fantastic. We've done it. P17. So far we're doing pretty good. We're moving up. And we're actually not doing as bad as I thought we was going to do for the first race. We do have a bit of a moment there. Really unfortunate little moment, but luckily it's not lost us too much time. Probably about a tenth or two in the long run. So Stroll, 2.3 seconds ahead. We're going to have to work quite hard to bring down this gap. And we're nearly halfway through the race here, so are we going to be able to get this gap a little lower? We're definitely going to try anyway.
We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
So this is going to be our lap. We're going to go into the pits. As per our engineer there. So we're going to try and survive that hairpin there, which luckily we do. But it's really easy to get it wrong. Oh, we've got a unlock there. Fantastic. I'll have to check that out after this race.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
So now tyre grip's going to be an issue. I need to be wary of that and try not to push the car too much. Just try and keep things all safe, all secure on track. Hopefully we are able to do that. Oh, we're making full use of the curb in there, which is not acceptable. We get another warning there. We need to be careful of them warnings. Of course, first race of the season, naturally there are going to be mistakes here. So if we make them now, hopefully it gets out of our system for later. So nearly halfway through the race here, we're going to box this lap and you're going to see the manual pit stops we're going to be making. And we brought down this gap actually quite a bit to Stroll. Now it's 1.6, 1.5. So we definitely have the pace on Stroll. It's just about finding our rhythm here and try not to let our brakes lock up too much, because it's very easy to lock the brakes in this sim or in this game. So anyway, let's go into the pits here at the end of lap 6. Let's go into the pits, and we need to make sure we slow down, otherwise we'll get a penalty here. Stroll goes in as well, and we're going to slow down. Actually, I think we're slowing down a little bit too much here, so lose a little bit of time, and we're going to basically be attempting this pit stop. Hopefully we get it right here. So just need to press X at the just before it, I guess. And there you go. Look at our fancy pit crew. These guys are awesome. We're going to be serving our pits.
Good job from you and the crew there, mate. We're satisfied with that.
And we just come out behind Stroll. So if we didn't slow down too much, we could have maybe come out ahead. We forget to take off the pit limiter there. I'm still getting used to that. So we do lose a little bit more time there. So now we're down into P19. You see Norris is not long behind now at 2 seconds. And Albon's now into P21 at 2.3 seconds with our, I think with Vettel right at the back of the grid, I think. I'm not too sure where Vips has gone. I think Vips might be just slightly ahead somewhere. I'm not too sure. But anyway, so now we need to start working on Stroll. We've got him down to 8 temps, which is going to become 7 temps. Slowly getting that down. Let's see if we can maybe get this gap down even lower for the DRS zone, so we can make full use of it and try and bring this gap to Norris. Because at the moment Norris is only 5 temps away, so Norris is looking like looking to be in striking distance. And there you go. DRS is activated. The ERS is on as well. The overtake button. So we're making full use of the electronics there. Really trying to push the car to its limits within my capacity as well. Oh, we're going to go off track there. Not really turning in enough. Maybe came in a little bit too hot for that one. But now, luckily, we are 4 tenths away from Stroll, so we should be able to make use of this.
Yuri's coming in for his stop now.
Alright, cool. Yuri's in the pits, so fantastic. So, here we go. Can we get past Stroll here? This is going to be tough with Norris behind us as well. But let's see what we can do. We see Vips is in the pits, so we're going to go up 1 position. Oh, look at Latifi's just come out as well. Latifi's going to defend that line there. I didn't quite have the clearance to close the door. We do have a little bit of contact there, but luckily we do survive. Not too bad. That did kind of chuck us out of shape a little bit there. But now we need to work on this gap a little bit harder for Stroll.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Cool. So we know Latifi's on medium tyres, but they're 1 lap fresher than ours. So Latifi's going to be able to push a little bit harder than me. However, all we got to do is just keep our pace and hopefully get past Stroll. Luckily, Norris has got past Latifi, so that actually makes that last point invalid. We don't have to worry about that anymore. All we need to worry about is getting past Stroll at this moment in time. And only a couple of laps left to go of this Grand Prix. Just want to do our best to try and hopefully find a bit more pace. At least that way, by next time we can be a little bit quicker for the next series of this track. So anyway, Stroll not too far ahead now. 3 tenths, 2 tenths. Oh, we're a tiny bit late on the power, and we also take a bit of a wide line there. That's going to compromise our exit of that last corner into that corner there. And luckily we do get a good enough corner here that we can potentially strike. Are we going to though? That is the question. Well, Stroll's going to keep it on the inside, so we're going to go. Oh, Stroll locks up. There you go. We just got past. Okay, Stroll just locked up there. Not actually, maybe just got a bit distracted by me.
Good work. Great pass.
Maybe got distracted by me and decided to get a bit too heavy on the brakes. So we're going to go up into P16. Now, if we can get P16, that'd be a pretty good performance from us. And we've got 3.9 seconds to Ricciardo and Guan Yu, just up ahead there, 15 and 14 respectively. So we're going to have to be really lucky if we want to get that position. But I think at the moment we just want to try and contend for P16. And if we can do better, we will. Because I think starting from right towards the back and being last at one point, this would be a pretty good result. Especially for the first time racing this. This is the first proper race I've done on the F1 22 game. So here we go, into the hairpin for the 9th time here. And that gap to Ricciardo now 3 seconds, with Stroll 1.3 seconds behind. Sergio.
Some information on Perez. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
And Perez is out the race. So Perez has seemed to retire the car.
Yellow flag.
And I don't know if there was any contact with anyone or not, but that's going to mean we're going to default up 1 position, so up into P15. And that's really good actually. That's an amazing turn of events for us. Luckily we didn't choose Red Bull as a engine provider. We went for Mercedes. So, and the reason for that is I chose Red Bull last year, so I thought I'd mix it up. I actually wanted to go for Ferrari, but I didn't actually have the funds in the account to do so.
That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
So we went for Mercedes just to mix it up a bit. We're going to mess with our differential there.
The car in front is 2.4 seconds.
So we have reeled in Ricciardo a tiny bit here. Not as much as I'd have liked, but a little bit. But Guan Yu, just not far ahead of Ricciardo, is pulling Ricciardo along. In fact, actually it's Daniel Ricciardo's birthday today as I'm recording this. So well, I think when this goes up it's not going to be, but happy birthday Daniel Ricciardo. Or Danny Rick. So anyway, we're going to try and survive this next set of corners, which is not too easy to do, but by this point, you know, we are a bit more used to it. Oh no, I spoke too soon. We got too heavy on the accelerator, and unfortunately we have given ourselves a yellow flag. We're basically giving up all them positions we worked so hard to achieve. Oh, we go into Vettel as well. We return on the racing line. Shouldn't have done that. Didn't realise Vettel was there. Vettel is out of the session.
Okay, we've been informed of an incident which has resulted in lots of loose debris on the track. A safety car is being deployed.
Right, so we have a safety car in this one now. We have dropped down into P18. Vettel is now out of the race because of me. And we might have a little bit of damage, but we've got a 5-second penalty now, so that's really not ideal. We've got to work really hard now to try and get any more positions. We are just ahead of Vips still at the moment at 2.4 seconds. So now Perez and Vettel are both out of the race in within a lap of each other there. So I made a massive mistake there. Shouldn't have. I should have been a bit more cautious on where I'm returning to. Definitely need that virtual safety mirror though. That virtual mirror, sorry. Because that will really help us, and that will be at the top of the screen, hopefully for the next video. So now I've got to work really hard to keep our position, and we're just trying to catch up the guys up ahead as well. The safety car, where it normally would be quite helpful, for me at the moment with my penalty, this is not really going to serve me too much in terms of favours, but we'll have to see how this one goes anyway. We're just trying to catch the safety car queue.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it
And
done.
we've just been gifted another penalty there, which is really far from ideal. So that's not done us any favours there. 8 seconds now in terms of our penalty. I mean, at the moment we've got a massive risk of going down into P19. But if we can just do our best in the final few laps to get a gap and just make the moves where we can, just be really aggressive, maybe we can actually come away with a slightly better result. But yeah, our hopes for P15 is kind of out of this one now. And yeah, the safety car, of course, is out. So we're going to just basically have to bring our pace down once we catch up, which we're still a little bit of way at the moment. But this is a really cool feature to have in the game, the safety car and the virtual safety car. The pit stops, the formation starts. I'm just loving it. It's really cool to see the interaction. And if you guys are loving it as well, feel free to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts on F122 in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and if you're doing my career.
4 laps of fuel remaining.
And if you're doing my career, let me know what engine manufacturer you've chosen for. So we've caught up to Albon now, which is good. And we're going to get a little bit ahead of ourselves here and try and get the move done on Albon. But actually, we're not really allowed to do that. So yeah, we're going to return that position. I don't know why
Position immediately or we're going to get
I don't-
penalised. There's no overtaking during the safety car
I don't know
period.
why I looked for the move there. It wasn't really smart of me, but we have caught up to everyone now anyway, which is fine. And hopefully the safety car comes in this lap so we can still get a couple of laps of racing done. But it's really cool to actually see all of this in the game, all the features and whatnot. So I'm very impressed. So let's keep the tyres warm. We're going to do our best to do so anyway. Now we'll try and burn a tiny bit of fuel while we're at it, but we're actually going to have so much fuel towards the end of this, we don't actually need to worry about it. So we're just staying behind Albon right now. It looks like Vips has caught up to us. It's just Latifi now missing from this pack, but being 26 seconds away, or 25 seconds away, that's quite a distance. So we don't know if I don't know if he will catch up or not. But yeah, our race mainly is going to consist now of fighting with Vips, Albon and Norris up ahead. So let's just see if we can get that gap expanded a bit. I mean, that would do us a massive favour if we can do that. Okay, so we're going to find out in a minute if the safety car's going in. Hopefully so anyway. Yep, so safety car's coming in. So we're going to maintain our speed here. Now we need to try and get past Albon as quick as possible here, if we want any chance at maybe securing our position. Looks like Latifi's now 11 seconds away from us, so that 8-second penalty is beginning to creep in terms of
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in
in
this
terms of
lap.
my.
Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Right, here we go. So we're going to be getting going in a minute now. With Leclerc and Sainz on P1 and 2 there, it looks like. Verstappen in P3, I think it is. So here we go. What we're going to be able to do, let's get going. We've got 8 seconds of penalty, so
Okay, clear.
now let's push, push, push. And we might see some moves done into the hairpin here. We're going to see anyone go for any moves. Not too much. Vips looks for the move on us, but doesn't get it done, luckily. Now we've got Norris just up ahead of us here. Oh, we do exceed track
We've
limits
only got 2 laps of fuel
once
left.
again, which we really shouldn't have done that. Now we've got past Norris, that's good. Now we just need to try and get past Albon. I'll say Bahrain is a very very good track, just very tricky on this game, I've got to say. But here we are, so we're right towards the end of Albon. Sorry, what am I saying? We're catching up Stroll now. We've got the move done on Albon. Happy days. Now, can we keep up this momentum here? Yep, so we're going to get a good exit there. Now, not too far away from Stroll. Albon 6 tenths behind us at this current moment in time. Now, can we just get ahead of Stroll here? That would do us a huge favour if we can. With Albon not too far behind now, 6 tenths or 7 tenths. So that gap is going up, so we definitely have some pace around here. And there we go, we're going to look for the move on Stroll. Are we going to be able to get it done? Stroll is falling back a little bit there. Yep, we are ahead, although it looks like we're going to look up this time. We're going to do exactly what Stroll did a couple laps ago, just in reverse. So now we're going to be fighting with Stroll quite heavily, tooth and claw, or tooth and nail even. Stroll's going to look for the move and get the move there, and has the inside as well. Looks like Vips is in the pits. So Guan Yu now, just in P14, not too far ahead of us now. We've got ahead of Stroll. We've hopefully going to be able to execute a good position here at the end of lap 14. Now we're on the final lap here. We just want to just bring it home at this point and just try not to lose any position. So basically just push, push, push. And we've got a little bit of overtake to use, so we definitely will use that where we can. Mainly on the straights, I think, is the best place to use it. Because going around it with the corners seems to be carrying a bit too much speed. But there we go, we got a fair enough exit there. We do take a bit of the mick on the track limits once again. Definitely need to be careful of that. And this gap to Guan Yu up ahead now is only 4 tenths. So we've done pretty good on this last 2 laps. We've done pretty good considering. And if we didn't get that penalty, we would definitely be contesting for P15 like we was earlier, maybe even higher. But this is it. We're going to be able to get the move done on Guan Yu. Not just yet. What about coming up around this the second from last corner? Not there either. Ricciardo's going to go for the move on Ocon. Is Ricciardo going to be able to get it done? It looks like Ricciardo's done it. Though Ocon's going to be looking to get past, not quite able to. Guan Yu's gone slow. We're going to go for the move and get the move done. P14. What a fantastic finish. But unfortunately with those penalties, we're going to go down the order a little bit here.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
That's it then for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Bahrain, and a real champion's drive to take the win. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today and a stunning win for Ferrari. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. And with today's impressive result, Charles Leclerc steps into the championship lead. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Charles Leclerc showed exactly how to manage yourself out on the track today. He was almost flawless out there. Incredible stuff.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. Been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. Can't wait to see what's next.